People who have dialed numbers written on bathroom stalls. What's your story? Do not post the number that you dialed, or you will be banned. This includes fake numbers or Rickroll numbers. If you post any of these, it is a Rule 4 violation. For the lazy, posting, or seeking any identifying personal information, real or fake, will result in a ban without a prior warning. This includes for yourself or other people, and refers to, but is not limited to, names, phone numbers, email addresses, Facebook or other social media accounts. When I was younger, someone wrote for a good time call, and my number on the playground slide. People would call a couple times a week, laugh and then hang up. It started to get annoying, so I went to the playground to cover it up. Someone saw me doing it and called the cops saying I was vandalizing the playground. I had to explain to the cop that I was just removing my number so people would stop calling me. There's always that one snitch. I saw a number scratched on a table at a bar that said something like "Call Mike. He's been really mean." So I sent Mike a text telling him to be nicer, and in response he sent me back several angry "Who the hell is this?" texts over the next few days. He's really mean. I texted one a picture of a cucumber because that's what the note said. They sent me cabbage. Must have been cucumber cabbage text. I have heard so many of these I can't even remember what his real name is. I like it's Benadryl Cabajapatch. In high school I messaged one that was on the backseat of a bus that was going through a town that was a 30-minute drive from my town. I texted, "Who is this? Your number is on the backseat of this bus." They reply, "Greg." I told my classmate about it a week later, since his name was also Greg. Sure enough, he holds out his phone with a text message from me in there. "Are you guys getting married?" They have kids. Happily married 6 years this Christmas. I was at the bus stop and saw this text. "If you are in deep peep, call this number." I called the number cause I had like 30 minutes to bus. It was local small taxi company. I told him to come and pick me up. He saved me like 25 minutes of waiting. The guy was cool, and I even gave him solid tip. And that's how ads work. Or it's a magical number that calls who you need. If you are literally in deep peep, it calls the nearest house with shovels. I found a business card in a phone booth printed cryptically with, "If you don't call, you'll never know," and a phone number. Since I had time left on the phone card, I called, and now I know. It was a pseudo-religious self-help cult trying to recruit people to seminars at their ranch in like New Mexico somewhere with promises of finding a new spiritual family. No thanks. The last thing I need is more family. That message is actually pretty irresistible and would make any curious-minded being cool. I was in I think Iowa at the time and had just been chased across a rest stop sidewalk by an angry crayfish. So honestly, obeying a payphone business card was only the next logical step. You seem to lead an interesting life. I called a number for a good time. Was greeted by a local pizza place. I proceeded to order 2 pizzas, and at the end of the call discovered they didn't deliver to my area. It was a bad time. The store lied. My cousin met her boyfriend since 3 years by calling a number of a bathroom wall. It said something like, "For a good time call 07xxxxxxxxx." She texted out of curiosity. Apparently one of his friends had put his name and number down there just to mess with him. He usually had guys sending him D-pics and peep, and was considering changing number. They texted back and forth for over 6 months, until they met up. They now live together and seem happy. If they ever ends up getting married and have kids, they will have quite a story to tell about how they met. I was playing Jenga at a local bar with some friends. All the blocks had people's numbers on it, so we made a rule that you had to TXT any number you pulled out. The first person I TXT'd sent me a picture of a pile of coffee beans labeled "Find the can I." There was a tiny can I face on a bean in the bottom left corner. In case anyone actually wants to give this a try, I googled "can I coffee beans." This image is probably what a nehog meant. I went outside after watching a movie at the theater and someone had written their number in the snow that had collected on the back of my car. I texted it, and it was just a random guy who went to my school. Never met him, but he saw the decal from my university and his buddies had dared him to leave his number there. And now you're happily married with 5 kids and a dog, right? They used to be happy until the half kid was born. Not in a bathroom stall, but someone had once written one of my male friend's number on a classroom bench. A girl called him. They talked and began dating. Eventually, a guy who had a crush on her beat my friend up, and that is how my friend lost his first girlfriend. She left your friend because some creepy stalker beat him up. WTF, that's peep. Violence. It's surprisingly effective. I read that in the tune and inflection of the Lucky Charms slogan. I once added someone on Snapchat who had spray painted their name on top of a mountain I was hiking, and they replied to my message with a "who the peep is this?" like I was the asshole. Similar to your doucher bag, I once had a guy text me asking for someone, and told him he had the wrong number. Asshole calls to curse at me, call me names, and threaten to kill me. What a classy guy. I waited 6 months to let him forget, and then proceeded to text him the entire book of Moby Dick. I can't recall what tool I used, but it split the book into 160 characters each, and messaged them to him in order. The program sent him nearly 6,000 text messages, which I'm guessing caused his phone to be all but unusable for several days. Hey man, what's up? What? Who is this? It's Tom. I don't know any Tom. I think you have the wrong number. What? Who is this? Call me Ishmael. Boss. It's really you. 6 days of Moby Dick later. Kept you waiting. Huh. I dialed a number from my college bathroom stalls that said free blowjob. I thought it was going to be the police department or something asinine, but I wanted to do it anyway, because you never know, and it was a number for vector marketing. Vector marketing. They weren't giving out blowjobs, but they will peep you. Vector marketing. Who the peep is vector marketing? The basically a MLM who makes you go door to door selling Cutco kitchen knives. You have to buy a demo kit and get commissions. They are good knives though. Found the vector marketing rep. He actually isn't wrong. The knives are quality. And I wouldn't even work for that company if they were giving out free blowjobs. If the company is giving out free blowjobs, and you're an employee of said company, wouldn't you be the one blowing people then? They'd have to offer some good benefits. Imo. Not entirely true. See, you start out by blowing people, but once you get at least 10 people to blow other people for you, then you get to have blowjobs from the people that are blowing for you. Interesting blowjob pyramid scheme. Sounds like more of a snowball scheme. About 10 years ago somebody wrote call 30th XXXX for a good time on the sidewalk. So I saved the number for peep thinking I would call the number and at least let them know how I got it, but I never did. Just kept the number saved as. Well, the other day I was on Snapchat and saw pop up and suggested friends or whatever, so I added her. She added me back. She's a babe, and I have no idea what to say to her, but I wanna tell her how I got her number, and not seem weird. Edit. Alright. I did it. Allow me to embarrass myself for your entertainment. Had to crop it, so you wouldn't see her username, because I don't wanna get banned. Edit 2. Still hasn't opened it. Also people PLS stop asking me for her Snapchat / number. Edit. She never opened it. How about a decade ago I saw call 30th XXXX for a good time on the sidewalk. So I saved the number as, thinking I would eventually call or text and let them know their number was on a sidewalk. But then I just forgot about it, and the number just remained saved on my phone as. Every couple of years I would notice it in my contacts, remember and assume they must already know by now, but could never bring myself to delete it. Then a few days ago, popped up on Snapchat, so on a whim I added it, and here we are. So I must know. Were you aware your number was written on a sidewalk? Direct, upfront, honest, and casual. Nice.